having a bigger screen is nice. I need something that I can hold in one hand without feeling like I'm gonna drop it because the phone is too big for my little hands, because I have T-Rex hands. They're like small. Okay. Hey nerds. What's up? It's me, Najah Marie, back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back, even though I just said that. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys what is on my new-ish iPhone. So, without further ado, here goes nothing. Okay, before I get into showing you guys what is actually on my phone, this video has actually been a long time coming because before I was filming my videos on the phone I have now, but if you haven't caught my last video where I shared with you guys my new camera setup, now I don't have to film with my phone anymore. I can film with my camera that you are seeing the footage through right now. I can actually film this video, which I'm super excited to because I've been dying to do this for months. And well, if my camera lens wouldn't have messed up, then, you know, this would have been a lot sooner. But, oh well, that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the video. This is actually old. It's Apple's iPhone 14. Mind you, when I upgraded my phone, because previously I had the iPhone 10, so I was due for an upgrade, 2 or 3 years due for an upgrade, past due for an upgrade. When I upgraded, I figured, well, I could just upgrade to the 14 because the 15, and I think the one they have out now is the 16. The iPhone 15 and 16 were just like big, and whenever I just look at the bigger iPhones, I can't help but think of holding a giant like Willy Wonka candy bar to my ear, and it just doesn't look right. Even though having a bigger screen is nice, I need something that I can hold in one hand without feeling like I'm gonna drop it because the phone is too big for my little hands, because I have T-Rex hands. They're like small. Now I can actually talk about the phone. So I got the iPhone 14 a couple months ago. No, I'm lying, I got it last year. So this video is kind of old now, but this phone is old. This is the iPhone 14, and the case, which in case you haven't noticed, has like sushi on it, and the little this thing here on the back is like a stand. It's a stand that like pops open and stuff, so I can like watch things when I'm traveling and stuff. Both of these, the case and the stand, I got from Amazon, and all of the links to the items will be in the description box below, so if you're interested, make sure you check that out. Y'all came to find out what is on this phone, so give me a second.
12 seconds later.
All right, so now that we are actually in my phone, let's just see if maybe if you guys can actually see my home screen. Holy crap, that's not what I wanted to do. I did not want to take a screenshot. My lock screen and my home screen are the same picture of Jake Gyllenhaal. I mean, why the heck not? Plus, I've been into his movies lately, so it was just the next logical step. Now you guys are on my home screen, and I have a lot of apps on this phone. I actually need to go through it and delete a lot of the apps that I have on here. So we're just gonna start with the first screen, because I have 3 of them. I have 3 separate screens. So of course you have your basic music, phone, messaging apps at the bottom, and then the search engine that I'm using right now is DuckDuckGo, which makes me think of Duck Duck Goose, which I think was the premise behind the naming it that, but I digress. That's been my primary search engine besides Google Chrome. I'm starting from the bottom to the top. I don't know why. If we look from right to left, I have my security app, the Google Voice, have to have my Starbucks app, the note-taking app that I've been using, as well as just to like store files and whatnot, is Notion. And then I have different subfolders. So I have an extras folder, a Google folder with all of my Google things, my self-care folder, which if I tap on it, these are all of my self-care apps. So I have Domino's, the Clue app, Chick-fil-A, Marvel's Future Fight, which I haven't played in a while. Probably need to get back on that, but I guess once the semester dies down, then I'll get back on it. Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, which I still haven't used yet, Fitbod, MyFitnessPal, the Disney Plus app, the Discovery Plus app, Stardust, which is another like free period app for all of you ladies out there who also don't want their data to be collected. It's a really good app, so look into it. My sleep cycle app, as well as the natural cycles app, which I also haven't used either, so I have to get rid of that too. I have my language folder where I keep all of my language apps, obviously. So I have Spanish Dick, Nucella, some kind of Verbo French app, because at one point I wanted to learn French, but I'm still learning Spanish at the moment. My smart cards app, which I don't use anymore. Speako, which is really more so for like in improving your vocal diction and all that kind of stuff. My Memorize app, which I love. I need to get back into using that too because I fell off thanks to school. Babbel, I'm not even sure if I'm still using Babbel anymore. I don't know, but I guess not. Time Buddy, which if you don't know what Time Buddy is basically an app that has different, where you get to choose different time zones and then compare it to the one that you're in. It's really helpful for like Zoom calls or self-tape auditions that are in a different time zone. If you're interested in that, I'll put a link somewhere. Oh, it's also useful for if you're like traveling out of the country to Europe or something and you need to know like what time your plane is gonna land and all that kind of stuff. Next is Reverso Context. So that's basically an English to Spanish, Spanish to English. The SARS dictionary app. DeepL, which is the same thing, but it's like it's an indie app. It's really cool. I feel like it does a better job of translating than the Reverso Context. And then I have Conjugato. I haven't used that in a hot minute, but it's the app, a Spanish app that helps you with your conjugations in Spanish. So next is my Get That Bag folder, which just basically has all of like my banking and coupon apps. Nothing really important to see there, not like I would show you guys anyway. It's not like y'all need to know all that. Next is my YouTube / Instagram folder, so that's where I have Visco, the YouTube app, Photo Timer, CapCut, Foodie, all of these different apps that I won't really get into. You can look that up on your own time. And then the next section is my social media folder. Obviously that's where I keep all of my social media apps. Nothing to see there. And then the last chunky folder is my music folder. So that's where I keep all of like my voice recording apps, GarageBand, which I don't really use. I really only use GarageBand now for when I'm making my own ringtones, which I haven't done that in a while, so I need to update my ringtones. And Spotify. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Then next I have Flip with it, which if you're not familiar with Flip, this is how I make my groceries and stick to a list. No, I don't. Then I have FaceTime. Then I have Waze. I can go on and on about Waze. Then I have the basic stock apps that come with the phone. So on the next home screen, I have, starting from the bottom going to the top, I have my American Airlines app, my Pokemon Cafe app, which I still haven't played in a long time. I need to use that again too. Kajabi, which is kind of like Kindle, but not really. It was for a program that I bought last year that used the app to host the program on for mobile devices, so that's why I have it. Then I have Snicks, which is another, it's a game. It's actually really, really cute. and you have snakes that you have to connect the snakes together to get to a certain object, and you have to navigate the snake around certain things. It actually reminds me of that snake game from way back in maybe like the early 2000s, back when we didn't have these, where you had to double and triple tap one letter to get one number to get to a letter, like text somebody. And at the time, since I was young, I was obviously using my mom's cell phone, so I would always play that snake game on her little Nokia phone. So that just shows you how old I am. Oh my god. But let me continue. Next I have ASAP. I have no idea what that is. That's gotta go. And I have Yelp, need I say more, Audible for when I want to listen to books, Kindle for when I want to read those books, Popeyes, which needs to go into my self-care folder, but I just keep forgetting to put it in there. My Apple Watch app, my book app, which is in Spanish, so it's going to be Libros. The Zoom app for when I have Zoom calls on my phone. Yes Style, which is another like clothing app. And then I have my Actors Access app, Reddit, Depop, which in the next couple of weeks or so, once my semester's over, I will be selling clothing items on my Depop. I just have to consolidate all of that, and then I will put like an update, whatever, in the description box below so that you guys can check that out. And I'll have photos of what I have listed there in case you're interested in buying like old clothes and shoes. Then I have my acting stuff folder, which probably my Actors Access app needs to go there, as well as the Yes Style app needs to go into my shopping folder. So with acting stuff, I have the Accent Kit, which if you're not familiar, it's also a really great app for learning accents. That was how I was able to practice with my British accent for when I was in community college, learning how to speak like this for the sake of a play that we did called Mrs. Warren's Profession. So that was a really big help. Line Learner, which is another app that helps you learn your lines for if you don't have a reader to read with you during self-tapes. As you can see, I haven't used it because I feel like nothing really beats having an actual reader with you versus like an AI chat bot or whatever. Then I have Slateable, which is the same thing as Line Learner, I think. I haven't used it in a while. Then I have my shopping folder, so that's where I have like my Walmart, Karma, ASOS, and Unidays apps, all for clothes shopping. I need to go online shopping because my wardrobe is bleh at the moment. Then I have my Verizon app for my phone because that's who I'm with. Charades, which is a game, an app where you just play charades with like people. Then at the very top, I have my Planet Fitness app, since that's my gym, but I haven't been to my gym in a while, so I need to go back and my body will be screaming afterwards. So moving on, I think this is the last one. Let's see, I have my Teams and Google Authenticator apps for my job at the moment. Then I have booking.com because that's where I like book my flights and hotels for when I travel. Then I have WebLink, which is another app that connects to the stereo speaker that's in my car currently. My light bill app. Then I have my Redbubble app. That's where I got the stickers that are currently on my laptop and my sketchbook. And I have Google Maps. I don't use Google Maps, I use Waze. Then I have my local news app. Then I have my Whole Foods app, which I use a lot because I shop at Whole Foods a lot. The Presentaciones, the Shop app, which I've used a few times. It's like another app that's similar to Google Pay and Apple Pay. Then I have Pizza Hut, which I haven't had Pizza Hut in so long. And the only reason why I like eating there is just for the crust. The pan pizza, that's it. The pan pizza's crust is bomb. Forget the actual pizza, just give me give me the bread and I am a happy camper. Then I have this printer design and print app for this little like label maker that I have. And I have my Amazon Alexa app because I have an Amazon Alexa speaker in my bathroom, and that's also how I listen to music and stuff rather than on my phone. Then I have Uber Eats, Microsoft Outlook for my classes, Documents, which is an app that stores all of your documents that are on your mobile phone, your mobile device. Then I have Dropbox, which I don't use anymore, so I gotta delete that. Then I have Postmates. Then I have the Disneyland app for when I go to Florida. to, you know, Disneyland, and gotta have that. I have Splice, Citizen, which is like almost like a neighborhood watch kind of app, but I haven't been using that either, so I'm probably gonna get rid of that. And then last but not least is another authenticator app for Microsoft, which I had to download for my job for whatever reason. Oh, I lied. That's actually not the last one. This is the last screen. I have my Robinhood app, which I have really been into investing lately, or really having a diversified portfolio so that I can have something set up for as I get older, so that I can eventually retire, because I don't plan on working in my 70s. That's not happening. Next is my ringtone maker, which is another app that I use to make my ringtones, but it really kind of sucks, so I don't use it that much anymore. My Read Anywhere app, which I had to download in order to read one of my textbooks. I had to download it to read my science textbook while I was out of town a couple of months ago. And I have a calculator app, Calculator X app. It sucks. Every time you use it, you can't even actually solve an equation without ads popping up every few seconds. I have my Fios because my Wi-Fi is with Verizon as well, so that's what I have. LUV-Share is this random app that is attached to this little USB. It's attached to this USB thing that I just plug into my phone, and I can transfer all of my video files and photos to that USB thing and connect it to my computer, so I can just transfer files whilst saving space. And I have the Jiffy app because sometimes Apple's Messages app doesn't have enough GIFs, so you need an outside source. Next is GroupMe, which I really don't use at all except for if I'm in class, and that's a way for me to keep up with my classmates if we have a group project to work on. Next is my Universal Florida app, which is the same thing as the Disney app. Then I have Shazam, which I kind of sort of use every once in a while for if I'm in a store at the mall or whatever and I happen to hear a song that I like, but I don't know the name of it. Just hit Shazam and gives me the song. Next is iTaxi, which is really only useful for when you're in Europe somewhere, because I think the majority, or depending upon the area that you're in, like the taxis use iTaxi. My fitness app, which obviously ties into the phone as well as the watch. Amazon Photos, which I don't use. Bliss Lights. Bliss Lights is an app that connects to my little Galaxy projector that I have in my room, so I can just go on the app and adjust the lights and stuff on the projector to my liking. I have the Apple Store app, which I don't use either. My Royal Caribbean app, and then last but not least is Verizon Wireless's call filter. Yeah, that's basically everything that is on my phone at the moment. Okay nerds, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like button, comment and subscribe below, as well as hit those post notifications to see when I upload a new video. And well, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Toodles!